Hey everyone, Julian here. Today I'm going to be showing you how to take a kick from any track using a pretty simple method. So what I'm going to do is I have this track here. It's Madison Mars Atom. You've probably heard it before. Pretty solid track. I'm using it because it's copyright free. But what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to find a part in the track where it's not just the kick, but the kick is like pretty open. Like, for example, this part would be bad because there's a crash there. And then, like, maybe this part would be bad because there's like that synth right on the kick. Again, it doesn't have to be completely open, but you want it to be like mostly open. So I found this part here. It's pretty simple. But it works because, again, it's just a kick there. So I'm going to mute this track. Let's put this down, -12. So what you're going to do is you're going to go into the audio effects and get an EQ3 from Ableton's audio effects, I guess. And what you're going to do is turn off the mid and the high bands. And then you're going to duplicate this 2 more times. And on each one, like on one of them, you're going to turn on just the mid. And on one of them, you're going to turn on just the high. So basically what you're going to have now is 3 layers. One that's just the low end, one that's just the mid, and then one that's just the high end. And so what you're going to do now is you're going to select all of these together by clicking on one of them and then clicking on another one while holding down Shift. You're going to right-click and then freeze track. And then you're going to freeze and flatten them all together. And the reason why you're going to do this is because now you can kind of see the waveforms. So like on the high one, for example, you can see the little transient from the kick here. And then you can see all this other stuff going on. And then on like the mid one, you can see it's even bigger. You can see like that's the kick and then all this other stuff you don't need. So what you can do is you can use this to go through and basically find the parts of the kick. So like on this one, I'm going to cut all of this stuff because you really don't need it. And I usually do like a little fade on there as well. And then on this mid one, I'll get like just this stuff. Okay, there's the high. There's the mid. Maybe make it a little longer. No, don't need all that. Okay, cool. And then the low end can be a little tricky sometimes because there's a lot of bass happening usually at the same time. But for the most part, you can kind of see what's going on. Like, for example, here you can see this sort of like chunk is mostly the kick, and then this stuff is the bass. So obviously you don't need that. Oops. So I'm just going to cut all that, and then we're going to do a little fade. And there's just the low end. So now, if I play the 3 of these together, there we go. We have just the kick. And you can even like play around with this, like you can make the bass a little bit shorter. But yeah, this is a really great method to use, and it's really useful because you can, if you hear a track that you really like, you can get just the kick and be able to work with it and sort of see what's going on. And yeah, so that's gonna be it for today, guys. Make sure to let me know what you think in the comments. Make sure to like this video and maybe subscribe and maybe even share it if it really helped you out. Check out my sample packs in the description. It really helps me out. And I will see you guys again tomorrow for another tutorial.